Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're back for episode number 5 in this series, and we have some bad news. After we got that message in the last episode about our performances, we had a month to turn it around. We drew 2-2 with Fulham off camera. We beat Tottenham 3-1. We beat Fulham 4-3 in the FA Cup third round replay. We beat Newcastle 3-1. We were all ready to go into today's game against Chelsea, along with the FA Cup fourth round tie against Wimbledon. And then we get the message. We got the expectations for the upcoming match, where they were expecting us to lose. And then straight after that, we were sacked. So, not good news. And we need to go out there and try and find a job. And if we just look right now, Job Centre, if we filter out everything that isn't a manager, right now all the jobs are in League 2. However, in terms of security, we have jobs along the line. This job at Coventry, Barcelona are up there. Just take the filter out so we can sort of see. All the way down here, Forest Green, Wigan are in there, Espanyol, Portsmouth, Doncaster, Villa are in there too. So, wait, no, Villa's just in that stable category. So there's a few jobs that might become available. We just got to look out for one now. Hopefully get back into it as quick as possible so we can carry on this beta save before the 8th of November, because last thing we want to do is be hunting around for a job for a long time. And we are in position for another job. We have our first game coming up against Fulham today. We take over at Nottingham. Obviously offered me the job. We took it. Youth intake, we have a couple of A's, a B and a C. Excellent intake supposedly, but we'll look more on that when we get to it. In terms of the supportive profile, 11 hardcore, 37% core, 17 family, 18% fair weather, 2 corporate and 15 casual, 21,200 season ticket holders. Develop players using the club youth system, play entertaining football, get the better of rivals Derby if we play against them, and get the better of our rivals Sheffield United if we play against them, and try and avoid relegation from the Premier League. As for the competition, they want to avoid relegation from the Premier League as well. Getting to all that, we've got some players that are unhappy. We've chosen captain. We've gone through a few bits and bobs before we get into this opening game of this episode and of our career here at Nottingham Forest. We start off the season, we're on the back of 3 straight defeats. We lost last time out against Arsenal in the FA Cup. We have a nice little run in this month. We have Fulham, Leeds and Everton all in a week. Those will be today's episodes. And then we'll probably come back in April for Brentford, Chelsea, Wolves around that sort of time. And hopefully we can get a couple of wins together. We're not cut adrift at the bottom. We have 12 points, 6 points from safety. A couple of wins will get us back in the mix there for sure. If we can have a good week, that would be great. The squad that we're going to line up with for the first game, we're going for a 4-1-3-2 formation. Henderson will be in goal. It'll be Aurier, Bolly, McKenna, Omar Richards across the back, Frula in the defensive midfield role, Dennis, Gibbs White and Scarpa as the 3 attacking midfielders, and Iwane and Brennan Johnson as the 2 strikers. That'll be the team that we'll go with. Hopefully we can create some chances, get some goals. We can't sign anyone. We're outside of the transfer window. So, very harsh, I think, the timing that we got sacked to Leicester. There were plenty of times that we could have gone in the past few months. Just show you here, again in the schedule. We had this run of form here where we 9 games without a victory. Could have gone at any point in these, but we started to turn it around and we started to look decent. And obviously we went there just after the Newcastle game, just before the Chelsea game. And it is disappointing to end it. I think that's the first time in a long time I've been sacked on Football Manager. But it is what it is. And we've just got to go now and get on with this. And hopefully keep Forest in the league. And try and save ourselves, really. That's the main thing. Be episode number 1 in Rise of the Reds. And hopefully we can do a job now. That's what we're hoping for. And let's get into this opening game as we take on Fulham, who are 13th. There's every chance we could possibly get a result here today. And that's what we've got to hope for. It's the opening game here. We need to really start well if we're going to have any chance of keeping this team up. A victory here. We've got 13th place Fulham, as we just said, and I think it's 12th place lead. So there are games that we can get results in, and we need to start getting results. We could do with really 6 or 7 points from these opening 3 games. It's going to be very difficult. I'm very aware of that, but if we're going to have any chance, we need to do it now. As Adraboy will clear that ball up long. Bolly wins there. That is fantastic. That's what we need him to do. Serge Aurier now into Gibbs White. Gibbs White turns around his man. Out to Dennis on the right hand side. Dennis goes past the man to the ball. And Taiwo Awani puts it over the bar. Will apologise if I butcher his name multiple times during this half a season. But first chance goes to us and we really don't make the most of it here, and that's what we need to do. We need to make the most of these chances that we create now. As Adraboyo looks long, and that should be cut out by Richards. It is, but decode over Reed, picks it back up. Bolly intercepts that pass, and it's back out to this new side. And Scarpa looks long. Can no when he get there, he can't. Tim Reed goes back to the goalkeeper, and it's been promising in the opening couple of minutes. We've gone very attacking. I feel like attack is the best form of defence in this situation. We just need to score goals, really. Rely on the defence to do a decent job. You'd expect the likes of Serge Aurier and Willy Barley and that to do a decent job. Brennan Johnson from distance, oh, that's shaved the top of the bar there. It was a really good attempt to get us the opening goal of the game. We've started pretty well here. It's been pretty action-packed, as well as Mbabu here on this near side has got plenty of space. That is kind of worrying there. Pulls it back to Polina, back to Mbabu, and McKenna can smash that away. Brennan Johnson tries to turn his man. It's a great touch from him. Goes in field to Morgan Gibbs-White now. Switch back out towards Brennan Johnson. Adebayo can win it, but Scarpa into Richards. Freuler into Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White for Brennan Johnson, and Tim Ream nips in there. Nicely played, though. And Andreas Pereira, I think it is free on that side. In towards Mitrovic, and it's a great save from Dean Henderson. And it's in. Mitrovic has scored from the resulting corner. So used to those not being of any note. But the corner was whipped in by Andres Pereira. And Mitrovic got up at the near post. Bullets ahead of home. Fulham lead. It's kind of against the run of play as well. It is 1-0. Gets up there. Fantastic header. Henderson is beaten. Probably shouldn't be. I don't think we necessarily deserve that. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of that in these last few months. A lot of results that we don't deserve. And hopefully we can get something straight from the kickoff here as Emmanuel Dennis. We've got some good players. Oh, and he pulls it across. Adebayo can clear it away. Scarpa picks it back up into Brennan Johnson. Shot save. Morgan Gibbs. It's saved. How have we missed? How has that stayed out? It remains 1-0, and we have started really well. It's going to be checked, and I think that's not over the line there. It's all of the ball over all of the line, isn't it? It's going to not count. It remains 1-0. We've started well. Fulham have been better in terms of shots on target, but we've outdone them on the number of shots. We've looked really threatening at times as well. As Andres Pereira, is it going to be our defence that lets us down? As Adebayo heads over the bar, that's 2 headers they've had from set pieces now that have caused us a world of problems. It was always my worry when I looked at Forest as a team that they just didn't seem to have enough goal scorers in their side, and it looks that way here. In the first half an hour of our first game, as Bolly makes a mistake there, Mitrovic nips it out from underneath him. Can we put the pressure on and create a chance for ourselves? It doesn't look like we're going to here, as Adebayo brings it off halfway into Reed. Deckled over Reed now. Getting away from the man into the box. Deckled over Reed to make it 2. Misses the target. It was a really good effort there. I mean, really well worked move, sorry. The effort itself wasn't that great, as Awani goes into Brennan Johnson. He's onside, back to Serge Aurier. Can he get the shot away? Blocked, headed away. Freuler will pick it back up, takes it away from his man. Freuler now coming out to this near side. Can he get across into the box? He shows a bit too much of it. Awani's there. He makes it 1-1. Fifth goal of the season, 15 minutes before half time on the half-hour mark. Fulham 1, Nottingham Forest 1. And that is what we needed here away from home. Freuler did well here on the left-hand side. I thought he'd just shown enough of it to Pereira for him to nip in. And he kind of did, but it was poor from Pereira. Ball squared across, and Tayo Awani gets the goal, sweeps home from inside the 6-yard box. It's 1-1. Serge Aurier now looks out to Scarpa on this near side. Scarpa, can he get the ball in? He holds back, gets the ball in, flicked away though, and Emmanuel Dennis on that far side can pick it back up. Coming into the box now under a bit of pressure, cross towards the far post. Scarpa's free, follows it back in. Dennis goes up for it, and Robinson heads it away, and Solomon can give it back to Robinson now, and Fulham can bring it away. Oh, and he does really well there, and he wins the ball, dips in really well there, pulls it back for Emmanuel Dennis. Is he going to get the shot away? Pulls back for Serge Aurier. Serge Aurier misses the target, and of all the ones we wanted to really be on-rushing into the box there, the right fullback is not the man we needed there. But it is really good from us, really well worked, as that corner is cleared away, and Mbabu can bring it away now. It's 1-on-3. Hopefully we can deal with this well, and Freuler doesn't, and very lucky that Mbabu had a poor finish there. Henderson makes the save. It remains 1-1. We've had a good number of shots here, and we've had some decent ones as well. Probably should have scored more than 1 goal. And it's really well done by Tayo Awani. Awani now pulls it back onto his left foot. Will he get the crossing? He runs to the box, chips it towards Scarpa, who heads it. Leno keeps it out, and the rebound straight at Leno. It remains 1-1, and another good chance for us there. As the goal line technology checks it, and that looks like it's over the line. But I'm assuming it's not going to be given. Or is it? Nope, not going to be given. It's still 1-1. It looks as if it may have been over the line, but it's not. Manuel Dennis now into Aurier. Back to Manuel Dennis. Pulls it back for Richard. Shot blocked. Freuler gets it back in towards Dennis. Can he get the shot away? He does. It's in. And Dennis was offside. Won't count. Still 1-1. But again, really, really well done from us there. As Tayo Awani gets dispossessed this time by Solomon. Serge Aurier nips in and gives it to Bolly, and that is really, really well done once again. Bolly looks for Dennis. Robinson will nip in there and win it, and Fulham can reset from the back as Ream looks long for Andres Pereira, who's got away from his man. Andres Pereira now down the right hand side has to go back to Mbabu. Mbabu coming in field. Mbabu into the box. It's a shot. It's a poor effort. Henderson gets down, comfortably holds on to it, and it remains 1-1. And this is action-packed, end-to-end stuff here. This could be any score you like. If we could find a goal, if we had a goal scorer, as Arwani, and it's saved by Leno. Still 1-1. You can tell this is two teams that have come up. Neither of us finding the net as much as we probably should do here, as Gustavo Scarpa will whip this in, outswinger, headed away, and Mbabu can bring it out now, but Frula wins it. Scarpa once again pulls it back and it's cleared away, and Dennis, and that's a foul they're giving away. It's unfortunate. Dennis already on a yellow card, needs to be careful, but at half time we've been the better team in terms of the stats. It's 1-1, we came from a goal down, and hopefully we can carry on building on this in the second half. Dennis now picked that up on the edge of the box. Counter-attack is on for us now as he runs over halfway. It's 3-on-3, almost 4-on-3. Dennis getting as well. Pulls it back for Arwani. And Tayo Arwani gets his 6th of the season. It's 2-1. A brilliant counter-attack just after half-time. And we take the lead here in our first game in charge. And this is exactly what we needed. Emmanuel Dennis on the counter-attack over halfway. It was pretty much 3-on-3, 4-on-3 almost. And he picks the right ball. And it's a great finish inside of the post. Fulham 1, Nottingham Forest 2. Andreas Pereira with his free kick looks towards the far post. Adebayo onto the top of the bar. Ball over the top. Now McKenna wins that, nods it back to Henderson. And like I say, what we need to do is we need to make sure we create chances. That is the one thing that we need to do. Give ourselves a chance. There were some games at Leicester where we just weren't creating anything, and that was our downfall really, that we just stopped creating chances. If we can create chances, we've got every chance ourselves of winning. As Gibbs watches through, can he score? And between Adebayo and the keeper, they keep it out, and it remains 2-1. As things stands, we'll be up to 18th, 3 points behind Fulham, which would be a fantastic position to go into after our first game. As Brennan Johnson wins that ball back now, infield to Arwani. Arwani poor control and decoyed over Reed, wins it back, and Leno can clear it away as far as Robinson. Robinson into Ream now, under a little bit of pressure, has to go long. Can we win this ball? Solomon flicks it on, but Sergio Aurier can mop up nicely there, and he brings it in field. Looks long once again. I don't mind that so much, as we need to get the ball to attacking players. That is the only way we're going to win these games. And Mbabu now on the right hand side. Mbabu infield to Andreas Pereira. Hits a shot from distance, it's over the bar. Ball in, it's headed in by Willy Bolly. It's 3-1, 25 minutes to play, and we have got a 2-goal lead now. Scarpa's corner in, Bolly with the header. It is 3-1, and what a start to our Nottingham Forest career this could be. Bolly gets up at the near post, wins that header. It's 3-1. O'Brien looks over top for Brennan Johnson, touches it down. Brennan Johnson's through and misses the target, and that was the moment for him to well and truly put this game out of reach. A 3-goal lead, there was no way back there. As when he goes past this man, can he do something now? Pulls it back onto his left foot, back to Sergio Aurier. Aurier pulls it back for Brennan Johnson, and Leno keeps it out again. That's 2 good chances fell to Brennan Johnson. Hasn't managed to put either of them away. It remains 3-1 as we go to the final minutes of the game now, and that should be enough to see us for our first 3 points at Nottingham Forest. It looks like it's going to be that way as we go to the 91st minute now. 3 more minutes of stoppage time left as Aurier into Tayo Arwani. Towards Brennan Johnson, flicked away there. Paulinho gets it away even more. Lodi into Canate. McKenna now. Willy Bolly. Got to try and find the right ball. Willy Bolly into Williams now. It will make it nervous if they were to get a goal here, with even with 3 minutes left. Ball across, misses everyone. Osong on the far side into Lodi. Arwani, and it's saved by Leno. Great chance from Gates, hat trick there. Just didn't get enough on it. And it looks as if Fulham 1, Nottingham Forest 3. We deserve that as well. 27 shots on target, 11 on target, 5.79 XG. We win by 3-1. And can we do it? Rise of the Reds is on. Nottingham Forest 3, Fulham 1. And as we go into this game against Leeds, they are currently 12 for 25 points. We are 5 points behind Brighton, 6 behind Everton, who must have won that game in the finish and the last time out. But then we play Everton, who are 16th. So there is chance. I mean, if we were to beat Leeds and then to beat Everton, we would be on 21 points, and we'd really be in with a shout then, because we'd hopefully pull away from Palace and Bournemouth below us, and we'd be around those teams of Brighton, Everton, Southampton, Fulham, Newcastle. It would be exactly what we needed, but we need to carry on that run of form. We did really well. Got 3 goals last time out. Awani is our top goal scorer so far with 6. Apart from that, Brennan Johnson has 4, Morgan Gibbs-White has 2. It's just a lack of goals. So we need to start getting at teams, start trying to score the goals, and hopefully we can turn that into results for us. We take on a Leeds today, and hopefully we can go get another result, even if it's just a draw. Start with an unbeaten run, especially in the first episode, and hopefully then we can move onwards and upwards. Ball fired long, Rodrigo in behind the defence. Rodrigo, defender gets a touch and long ball forward, and first shot of the game for Leeds. First goal just inside 3 minutes. It is a very, very poor goal to concede. Kosh with the long ball up. Rodrigo got there first. The tackle went in. Well, no, actually, I think it was a touch that took it away from the defender. Dean Henderson was nowhere near it. Inside 3 minutes, it is 1-0. Scarpa looks on far when he. Tayo in towards Morgan Gibbs-White now. Morgan Gibbs-White shoots, scores, and 10 minutes on the clock. and it is our second shot on target, but it is our opening goal. It is 1-1, and we've still restricted Leeds to absolutely nothing thus far, apart from that one shot which they scored from. Gustavo Scarpa down the line for Awani, Tayo Awani infield to Morgan Gibbs-White. I thought he was going to square it once more for Brennan Johnson. He didn't, took the shot on. It's into the back of the net, 1-1. Scarpa with the free kick. Thought that went out of play there, but it's cleared away. We hit the woodwork from it as well. There was an offside flag up as well, which, considering where the ball came in from, was a little bit surprising. That long ball's cut out by Aurier. Morgan Gibbs-White now to Scarpa. Goes past his man. Can he get the crossing? Does get the crossing. Brennan Johnson scores. It's 2-1, and that's going to be checked for something, and I don't know what, because Scarpa looked like he was on side. The ball was square, I thought, to Brennan Johnson, so that should count. It's going to be checked. Goal is awarded. It is 2-1 from 1-0 down. Long ball up. Sergio Aurier won the header. Morgan Gibbs-White into Gustavo Scarpa. He touched it past his man, and I think that the ball looks square to me. Maybe it was slightly forward, but Brennan Johnson gets the finish. It is 2-1, and what a turnaround here. Midway through the first half, Nottingham Forest 2, Leeds 1, and we'll have a look at the tight offside now. I don't know if we're able to see. Is he off? I thought for a second he might be off there. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll take it. It's a goal, and it puts us ahead. And again, we have been dominating the stats, and we just need to create chances now. Leeds have not provided anything thus far, and we look as if we're going to gain half time at 2-1. Harrison will put this ball in now. Sinistera goes up for it, headed away. Scarpa can get there first. Can he find the right ball? He does, into Gibbs-White. Forward to Tayo Awani. Awani now will get into the box. Defender getting back, and the shot is poor. Lodi looks forward. That's cut out by Rocker, and Harrison now into Harrison. Out to Dennis now. Dennis coming in field. A lot of space for Emmanuel Dennis now. Renan Lodi towards Brennan Johnson. Hits a shot. It's saved and stopped from going out for a corner. Gustavo Scarpa will try and get it back into the box, so his cross is blocked and it'll get cleared away. And I wonder whether the option for a pass was on there rather than the shot. Maybe it would have been, and maybe that would have been 3-1. Roker now looks forward for Harrison, who's in behind. Harrison now with a chance, and he puts it over the bar. Harrison now with his free kick, whips in. Cock goes up for the header. Henderson with the save, and it's cleared off the line. Struik heads that in, and it's headed away. Rocker, but it's going to be picked up by Gustavo Scarpa. Scarpa with a lot of space, looks long for Awani. Awani now has the ball, left channel, gets towards the byline. Can he pull it back? Cock gets there, but it gets given to Scarpa. Into Lodi. Lodi with the shot, he's found his way in. It's 3-1, and we may just win both of these opening games. 3-1 here. Nottingham Forest 3, Leeds 1, and Renan Lodi from the edge of the box just side-footed it through the players, almost through the goalkeeper as well. Really well done here on the left hand side to Scarpa. He laid it infield to Lodi, took a touch, and the shot, and Messier was just unsighted and didn't get down quick enough. It is 3-1, and actually another 3 points staining Nottingham now. What a start to our career here at Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest 3, Leeds 1, and if we don't go to pieces here, this should be 6 points from 6, and what a start this will be. Almost makes the Everton game a free hit as Owen hits a shot, takes a deflection, finds his way in. It is 8th for the season for him. He gets himself on the score sheet once again. It's 4-1, and it is all coming up roses here at the City Ground. Lyle Taylor back in to Renan Lodi. He pulls it back for Owen. The shot, I think it hit the defender's foot and just looped over Messier. It is 4-1. Taking care of business. 4-1 victory. Rodrigo open scoring on 3 minutes. Morgan Gibbs-White on 11. Then Brennan Johnson gave us the lead on 24. Renan Lodi on 83. And Awani on 90 minutes to give us a 4-1 victory. 7 goals scored in 2 games. 2 conceded. Playing well. Brilliantly dominating the possession. And we are in a great position now to move onwards. And hopefully make it 9 from 9 where we take on a lead to worst 16th at the start of play today. So league table looks like this. After our opening 2 games, we've gone from bottom to 18th. We are 4 points clear of Palace and Bournemouth, who have 14. We have 18. We're 3 points behind Everton. Our goal difference sucks. That will come back to haunt us. But if we win our next game, we will go level on points with Everton. Potentially as well with Brighton if they don't win. They drew 1-1 with Leicester today. There is a really good chance that we could be out. We won't be out of the relegation zone by the end of today, but there's a good chance by the time we come back in the next episode, we will be out of the relegation places. We just need to keep doing what we're doing, picking up the results, making the chances for ourselves, and hopefully we can continue to move on up the table. Ball whipped in, headed away. Scarpa now can flick it on towards Brennan Johnson now. Fires it into Owen, who's beyond the defender. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, dinks it over the goalkeeper onto the roof of the net. Calvert-Lewin now counter-attacks on here for Everton. He's forced out wide, goes down the line for Gordon. Anthony Gordon now pulls it in for McNeil, smashes it in from close range. And we haven't been as good today at all. It is Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. They've dominated the possession, dominated the shots, and they opened the score in there with, I believe, their first shot on target. Calvert-Lewin gave it into Gordon. down the line, and he fired the ball in for Dwight McNeil to fire home from about 6 yards. Great finish, well worked goal. Everton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Through that into Emmanuel Dennis. Ball over top, Brennan Johnson's through. Great chance for Brennan Johnson. Makes it 1-1. That is going to be checked, but I don't know what for, because it says possible offside there. But I thought he ran past his man, which would mean that he was clearly onside. Let's just check it. Goal is awarded. We're going to see it again. Was it a tight offside or what? Header was won. Frula picked it up. Dennis got the ball, chipped it over. Brennan Johnson's run past his man. There's no way that is offside. It's a great finish from the youngster. It is 1-1 right on the stroke of half time. It's our first real sort of threatening attack of the game, and we're going to just see the lines now. Yeah, oh, actually, he didn't run past his man. He's actually been played onside there by whoever the other centre-back was, alongside Connor Cody. So it is 1-1 at half-time. We need more possession in the second half. Look motivated for the most part. So I'm guessing it was Yerry Mina who was playing him onside, but it doesn't really matter. We'll take what we can get as Anthony Gordon takes a free kick from distance over the bar. Yerry Mina now brings that forward over halfway. It's coming a long way with the ball here, and hopefully if we can get an attack going, we can't. Though if we could get an attack going there, we could maybe find him out of position. Gordon then pulls it back to Patterson. Patterson now into the box, chips towards McNeil at the far post, header straight at Henderson. That'll be no bother for him there. Only Everton's second shot on target of the game as well. Neither of us have been particularly clinical, as Nico Williams now runs over halfway. He's going a long way with his ball now. Challenge goes in. Emmanuel Dennis will pick it up though, back to Worrell, and we'll bring it forward once again now as Richards picks the ball up. Goes into Brennan Johnson. Can he turn it around the corner for Dennis? He does. Dennis gets towards one, pulls back for Awani, smashes it home. Forest 2, Everton 1, and back again from a losing position. We take the lead. Brennan Johnson on 47. Tayo Awani on 56, and all of a sudden things are looking even rosier here. Emmanuel Dennis does fantastically well, does the right thing, pulls it back, and the shot actually took a deflection there off Yerry Mina, finds its way past the goalkeeper Pickford. It's 2-1. Oh no, in towards Garner. Garner with a lot of space opening up for him, hits the shot, and that is really, really poor there. Cody now looks to switch that ball out towards Gordon. Richards will nip in and win it though. Richards into Awani. Awani now for Dennis, who's in behind. Can he pull it back? He goes for the shot. He's safe. Player goes down, and it's wide by Brennan Johnson. And what a chance. I thought there might have been a shout for a penalty in there as well. It wasn't given. Remains 2-1 with 10 minutes to play. Holgate looks long now, and that'll be won by Richards. Godfrey will pick up the loose ball though. Yerry Mina out to Patterson, looks into Diacore. Richards cuts that out there, switches out to Dennis, who's got space now. Can he come forward with the ball? Gives it into Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson now, got to try and find the right pass. Comes in field, looks for Dennis. It's a poor pass, and Everton now can break on the counter. Gray has plenty of time and space over here, but Richards does fantastically well there to just nip in, win the ball back, and Biancone now back to Richards. Chance for us now as Lyle Taylor goes past his man. Lyle Taylor, chance, and Pickford. Did he carry it over the line? It's going to obviously not count. Whether they'll show us goal line technology or not, I don't know. But it's going to be... Oh, is it though? Is it though? 1 minute left to play. Holgate has the ball. Decore now. Out to Vinagre on the left-hand side. Ruben Vinagre looking for Dwight McNeil. Williams gets it. It's a mistake. Gray! And it's a mistake that causes the equalising goal. Everton probably deserves for the amount of shots they've had during the game. They haven't been clinical at all, but it is 2-2. And Ruben Vinagre down the left-hand side, put that ball in towards Dwight McNeil. It was a mistake by Nico Williams. Got caught under his feet, and Damari Gray, at the far post, puts it in with 45 seconds left on the clock. It's 2-2, and it ends our winning run. But we end this episode with 7 points from a possible 9, 2 wins and a draw, and we'll look at the league table before we end the episode. So the league table looks like this. We are in 18th place, 19 points, 5 clear of Palace and Bournemouth, who are below us. We are now 2 points behind Brighton, 3 behind Everton and Southampton. So there are 3 possible teams there to try and catch. Everton and Southampton do have games in hand, so that might be a little bit more difficult. Newcastle have played 23 and got 23 as well, so only 4 behind them. But we're in a lot better place than we were at the start of the episode. We have scored 7 points. We've gone from 12 points to 19. We're back in with a shout now. We've got a couple of tough games coming up in our fixture list. We've got Tottenham coming up, Liverpool and Man United. We've got a Brighton game sandwiched in between that, which we really need to get something out of. And then it's just targeting victories in some of these games throughout April and May. Brentford is one we'd have to target. Wolves is potentially one we'd have to target. So is Palace and Bournemouth. Villa we'd have to try and target. Newcastle aren't doing great. Southampton we'd have to try and target. And maybe even Leicester we'd have to try and target towards the end of the season. But it is on. This could be a phenomenal turnaround if we can pull it off. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for the 6th episode in this series and the 2nd episode of Rise of the Reds.